Diaries of a Wannabe Board Game Designer. Entry date 5th of July 2025. Last week I participated this Board Game Geek's 24-hour design challenge. It's a challenge where designers try to design a game from zero to full game in a 24-hour time limit. I did this to find out if I have what it takes to make a game in this limited period of time. And I have to say that it was a great learning journey for me about my processes, what I need to do better, what I need to concentrate on future, and all kinds of stuff. So I did it. I could finish the game in 20 hours. That's a lot. I like this kind of a hackathon style working. So you have a limited amount of time, basically lots of time, more than a normal workday, and you just concentrate on this one thing. I was lucky enough to have this 20-hour period. I would have 24 hours, but I had to sleep and to concentrate on this one game. So what was realized was Chlorophyllium. This is a greenhouse management game, and now I'm going through a bit what I learned during this period. What I did was that I did every 2 hours updates live on YouTube, where I'm going, what I have done. So I think that actually that took something like 1 hour or 1.5 hours to 2 hours time from my game design. So it was a bit work, but then again, these updates every 2 hours gave me some kind of a deadline. I had to achieve something in a 2 hour time period. So if I'm participating these challenges in the future, I will be doing same updates, same kind of updates, because I also learn when I watch myself talking what I've achieved. Now, what I've learned. Of course, I realized the next morning that there are some things missing on the rule book. Okay, I can't change it. It's contests, so 24 hours have already passed when I woke up. But I noticed that one key element of the game are these blunt cards, and I noticed that there are no explanation in rule book how to fill the third blunt slot in the greenhouse. You can read it between the lines, of course, but it was not clearly stated there. So I need to make a change where it is said more clearly. Also, some other minor changes that I might realize that would be needed. But during the 24-hour time limit, it is what it is. One thing I noticed that I have a process that took too much time to get the game on the board, on the table, to be tested. It took me 8 hours, first 8 hours to get my game to the table. So I had these prototype cards, a few of them. I would call them blueprints, what kinds of cards I need, but you couldn't play with them. So then I had so much numbers to crash to the cards that I did not want to do it by hand with pencil and paper. So I started in the beginning to do it with computer, with my Tabletop Creator Pro software. Okay, it paid back in the end because I needed this print and play version, of course, to publish the game to the forums. But still, it took a long time. I had a problem crunching numbers. I used AI to give me a list of plants and their growing conditions, what they need to be grown. And I don't know, why didn't I use any Excel tricks to make that data that I got from AI to format that could be read directly to the Tabletop Creator Pro. I don't know. Maybe I thought that there are so little, these cards, amount of cards is so little that I can do it by hand, but in the end I used a lot of time manually changing or reading the thing. So why didn't I use Excel formulas? I can do them. I'm a nerd. I can use Excel pretty well, I think. Or why didn't I ask AI to do that? Learning, use AI where it is meant to be used. It is good on crunching numbers and getting information. Use Excel or Google Sheets or LibreOffice Calc where it is meant to crash numbers, to format numbers, use formulas, things like that. In the future, if I have a project like this, I need to concentrate on that. But it took me 8 hours, so I need something there, something to smoothen my process to get the game more quickly on the table. That's one thing I need to consider in the future. And then another thing. Let's see my Tabletop Creator Pro. So it seems that this Tabletop Creator Pro, I tried to use this as a image tool, and it's not good on that. All these bars here, okay, let's not mess it, like so. I learned that I really should use Inkscape or GIMP or these are the graphics tools that I usually work with. So why didn't I use them to make these bars, these slots? It's pretty hard to do in Tabletop Creator Pro. It messes up this whole panel idea here. There are lots of things because each box is their own element. I try to group them somehow. So use the tools where they are meant to be used. This is tool for creating components, cards, boards, tokens. Yes, but this is not image manipulation tool. Of course, there are some simple uses here. I have this clip art image here in the background and these card slots. These kind of things is good for the Tabletop Creator, but anything bigger than those, use something else. So use Inkscape, for example. I think that in the future I'll be using more of that. And then one good thing about Tabletop Creator is that I have all the cards here, all the images here, and I got a lot of these pictures from the cards to my rulebook from here. I intended to export this project to Tabletop Simulator and take some images from there to the about the setup and so on, but those didn't fit well on my rule book, so I didn't use them. I have some images that I plan to publish on my web page later on from the Tabletop Simulator, how the game looks like when it's played, and so on. So that's still a good idea. For some other games that I'm making at the moment, I use the Tabletop Simulator pretty much to take these screenshots and explain how the game is set up and so on. So it's a good thing here, and that's what I'm doing in the future. Okay, then. Of course, I didn't have time to test the game probably during the 24-hour time limit. And of course, it took 8 hours to get it on the table. So it really confirmed what I already knew. Test, 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 and after that, test more. After the contest time, the challenge time, I had chance to test the game. and when we played it, it revealed some mistakes. The worst part is that it's the game is heavily dependent on these plant cards that I have, and well, there's a part of minerals here that should sum up to 10, and there are some plants that it did sum up to 9, and that just make that card broken. So during the game we of course made some adjustments and decided, okay, so it goes like this, but proofread a lot. So one learning of there. Then of course it revealed some not mistakes, but something that needed to be clarified on the rule book, something that wasn't so clear how players should act in some situations. So that kind of small things also. The game is pretty heavy on market phase. It was surprisingly fun. For the market phase, I have the play money here. The game has lots of money. I think that print and play version has 48 bills of ones or fives or tens, and so the market need to be optimized. I found that there's a possibility that game got a bit hanged, not totally locked, but a bit hanged. So we need to change the market phase a bit. But tests relieve that this market works pretty well. When I made the game during that 24-hour time limit, I tried to simulate the market, but well, I was testing alone, so I didn't have this interaction with other players. So it didn't show all the details or all the feelings that the market could give into the game. And I'm happy that it is there. It works pretty well, at least at the moment. And of course, I need to do some balancing with the cards. It seems that many of the plants here acidify your soil, and you need different soil amendments that you get the pH levels to the decent levels in the game to grow more plants. So a little bit balancing is needed there. But in any case, it seems pretty nice. Then I had some problems with my printer. I have a nice network printer over there. For some reason during the contest time I didn't have it to connect to the home network. I don't know why, and I lost some time finding the cables that I could use to directly put it into my computer. But that's life. You have to always be prepared for technical difficulties. I also ended up printing too much, I think. Again, the proofreading on the screen would be much cheaper than always print out full color papers here and then read it, and oh, there's a mistake. Print again, print again, print again. And then again, one should consider how much prints do you need in this kind of a process where you're trying to make print and play game, print and play materials. So that's one thing to consider in the future. Of course, I read much better from the paper. I find mistakes, and it really goes into my head much better when I have it on the paper than on the screen. So what's next? The 24-hour design challenge is now on voting phase. I haven't voted myself, and I will not vote myself. This diary entry probably will be released after the voting ends, so you don't have properly time to vote. But I'm happily surprised that my Chlorophyllium has got 2 votes on 9 scale. So this is amazingly great. I never believed that my first game that I used to participate on a contest like this gets this good evaluation. Thank you, everyone. This is great and gives me hope that I have what it takes to be a board game designer. In the future, I will continue the designing of this Chlorophyllium game. It's not ready to publish on the, at least on the shops yet. It's a print and play. I keep it available on my website, wannabeboardgamedesigner.com. You are free to test it. If you test it, I like to hear your feedback on it. What do you like? What do you dislike? What's good? What's bad? It's there, but I will be doing updates. It turned out to be better than I expected. For a game that was only in my head, there was nothing on the paper when I started, and I had 20 hours and it's playable. And well, when I played with my daughter, we had fun. We got stories to tell about growing plants. So I'm surprised by that. Hey, that's all for today. If you like these videos, click like, click subscribe, and we'll see you next time.